Welcome back. This is part two. Same day, actually. I had some more thoughts and couldn't get them to stop going through my head, so I figured I'd record them. Um, Wanted to go right into what I was saying about the gang violence in the hood, right? I just heard a story. I just heard it, so, and I'm not really into like the hip hop gossip thing, like those airways like that. So this may be old news to some of y'all. I'm just preface it with that. I heard about a rapper who has a song, or had a song out. I think the song was called Corvette Corvette. I cannot remember the rapper's name, and I'm not gonna stop the video to Google it or whatever. But it's a young rapper. I believe the boy is like 20 years old right now. And he had a song that was going. Another rapper named Lil Uzi Vert jumped on the song with him. Got it, to go even harder. People like Gilly the Kid for $1 Million Worth the Game podcast was rocking to it, on Instagram and all of that. And then somebody put out some paperwork that said that this same rapper 7 years earlier had like testified in court. And if I'm not mistaken, he testified in court about the murder of his brother. And he testified alongside his mother, right? So now imagine a 13-year-old kid, right, seeing their brother, or even if it wasn't his brother, his homie, right? Like you walk right now as an adult, you walk into a room with with a dead body, and that will traumatize you, right? So we're talking about a 13-year-old kid who witnessed the murder of a loved one alongside his mother, right? And his mother goes to court because she's a civilian, right? She's not in no kind of gang life. So she, talked to the police and helped try to catch the killer or whatever the case may be. And I guess eventually it go to trial, and she got to talk, and her son, who was with her, who saw everything, got to talk too. Now fast forward 7 years, the same kid is 20 years old and is trying to do something so that he don't gotta be on no gangbang shit. He don't gotta be killing nobody or nothing like that. He's trying to rhyme, right? The paperwork come out. Lil Uzi Vert pull his verse off of the song. Gilly the Kid delete the video of him rocking out to the song. Young boy sales is declining. And for what? Because as a civilian, as a baby, he told about a traumatic experience. What was he supposed to do? He was supposed to hold that? He was supposed to go pick up the iron and go find the dudes that did that to his peoples and continue that cycle? This is what I was talking about in the other video. This is that mentality. This is that insane cycle that white supremacy has created and figured out how to make it perpetual. We as a community will stop support of something that we like because of a hood rule that doesn't even actually apply. Like, come on. I'm not gonna front. I'm a street dude, right? So I don't take kindly to snitches. I don't take kindly to that at all. However, I know and understand that there's a difference if you and me decide we're gonna go and rob this house, right? We made a conscious decision together to go and commit that crime, and we get caught. If you telling, in my eyes, that's despicable. But if it was your house that we was going in, right? And you got a clear view of my face, and you sat on the stand with your hand to God and all that, and you said, yeah, the dude with the scar on his face, that was him. That's not snitching. That is doing what you're supposed to do within the parameters of the law, and thank you for not shooting me because I was in your house. You could have opened up my chest. That's a fact. We have it so confused in our mind that the street rules gotta apply to the civilians because they live in the same area. And when I started to realize stuff like that, that's when I realized that I really needed to start speaking up more, right? Because the truth of the matter is that we need to start separating ourselves from that mentality, the hood mentality, the street mentality, the gang life, the street rules. We need to start distancing ourselves from that. And it is definitely going to be a difficult task, especially for somebody like me. I'm 48 years old. I grew up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn during the crack era, homie. Like, I'm as real as it get. This is authentic hood. But I also know and understand that I moved out of the hood so that I could raise my children outside of the hood so they wouldn't have to go through what I went through. And as a father, that's my duty. At the same time, what about the kids that don't have a father? Who's talking to them? This is where we fucked up, and I'm definitely included in that, especially because I was part of that problem. I'm just keeping it bug. I done sold it all. I done did some things for real. And this is not me trying to be braggadocious at all. I'm not ashamed of it. I don't run from my past. But I'm conscious enough, right, to know and understand that the things that I was doing was not right. So then it became my job to understand what was my motivation for doing those things so that I could now speak on it and hopefully prevent the same kind of mindset from getting set in. And to be perfectly honest, like, the reason why I started hustling is the same reason why most people start hustling, because they broke. But at this point in time, things are way different, and there are way more options for a young person to get money. So that in and of itself, while that's a whole nother video, that just goes to show and prove that because of the way that time has changed and technology has changed, we should have changed with it. But what has happened is all of those things have changed, time and technology have changed, and our mindsets have remained the same. If you still doing what you was doing in 1990, you fucking up. Period. No matter what it is. Your frame of mind should be different. Your goals should be different. And part of your goals, at least, in my opinion, should be trying to correct the mistake that you was part of making. So, I don't know if I'm even going to put this up. It might be like a bonus of Patreon or something. This is really just like a ramble. I am going to, like, make a actual video and have defined points and all of that, like I said, but this has just been weighing real heavy on me for like the last couple days, and I got the weekend, so I figured I'd do it. So peace.